bunch of these up on tripods. Everybody thought we were selling artwork, so they would walk right by. They're not there to buy artwork. I ended up putting a little sign underneath it that said, caution, hot surface. Everybody, it was like a magnet. Everybody had to come up and feel it. That opened the door. This is actually third generation. They had
Okay, so we're about ready to start. We're about 5 minutes away, and the hostess with the mostest is going to be serving the wine again tonight.
Actually, Melody's doing a really nice
job. Good, good. Okay.
And then I invited you to a fantastic dinner, and basically I want to read this.
Okay.
Long time. That's the guy.
I'm the guy right here. How you doing? We're about ready to start. We're about 5 minutes away, and you know, if you need anything, need to get in for free tonight, pay the next time around. That's fine too. Okay.
Well, my friend might if she comes.
Bring her in free tonight.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
I had a braid all the way down my hair, but all the genetics.
The problem is
It's just the way of the life.
How you doing?
Yeah, and I've just been using it for a short while.
You can walk around and do whatever you need and then come back. So we're recording right now? Okay, perfect.
Start this thing going? Okay. Okay. So we've got a lot to do here tonight. A lot of different schedules that we're going to be on to try and get everybody through. So I want to get everybody back in their seats for a little bit. Get the thing rolling, then we'll take another break. Some more food, some more wine, and then we'll do a little talking and a little educating. Then we'll take another break and some more food and wine. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to thank you all for showing up for another meeting of the Santa Barbara Real Estate Investor Association. As you can see, we've got, if you haven't been here before, this is a new location. We were downstairs in a small cubicle. Now we're at a little bit larger venue. We've got a number of people still going to be showing up here as we go through the evening. This is the main website we've got here, which is the Santa Barbara REIA website, SBREIA.com. And as it gets darker, we're actually going to open up these curtains again so we can have a little more fresh air, because it is getting a little hot and stuffy in here. It's kind of hot for you people. Okay, it is for me too. But what happens is we open up the curtains right now, and we try to do a video of any of this stuff. It all washes out. You can't see anything. So, you know, we've got to do stuff for all of us here, but also for people who didn't make it, because it is going to go up on YouTube. Everything that we do goes up on YouTube. So if you don't make a meeting, you can say, doesn't matter. I can go home. I can look at this anytime I want. Stop it. Start it. I don't have to wait for a webinar Wednesday night, 7:30. I can never make those anyway. So that's an opportunity to go back and look at the different videos and kind of see what's going on. A lot of times In fact, I went back and looked at our video last month and went, I really got to watch this because somehow I didn't get it, you know. There was a lot of interesting stuff that happened. We had John Jackson, who was very entertaining on lease to purchase. So if you haven't seen that, you weren't here last month, you should go back and look at those videos. As you look at the main website, we've got a number of links on here for you to go to look at different things. One of the things it'll take you to is our YouTube site. If you scroll down on this, the next bit farther down there, it'll have a link on there to YouTube. Now YouTube just recently came up with a new format for how they display all their information. And so I spent a couple hours scrambling in the last day or two going, oh my God. It's just something new to learn again, right? And but it's really actually very nice. It kind of breaks things down in categories to the point where it's easier to look at what you're watching. It's got a lot more links to be able to go, oh, I'm going to watch the video here, but I'm going to click on this link over here and go to the website they're talking about. So I can actually have the website up at the same time I'm watching the video. So there's a lot of good enhancements to the new layout of YouTube, so you should check that out. Anybody here not using meetup.com? Anybody here using meetup.com? Gotta ask a question, right? One of the things that you'll notice, I thought about having meetup.com be mandatory for when you RSVP, you have to pay. And I went, no, let's not do that. Because, if you go there, you can at least RSVP and say you're going to be here, but you don't necessarily need to pay. And that gives you a chance to think about paying later, or if you can't make it, whatever, you don't show up. The main thing is you need to get on this for networking. Because when you get on here, and you click on somebody's face here and go, oh, there's Melody, I'm going to pull her up and find out what she does. Hey, you've got exactly what I need. I'm going to get a hold of you because I found you on meetup.com. So this is something you really need to be looking at and use. What is our schedule for the evening? Well, we're going to go through. We've already started the wine and the food and the networking, and this is very important. My daughter Alana, who's out there doing the registration, said, Dad, some people said, oh, I won't be there till about 6:30 or 7 because I don't like all this networking stuff. This is the most important, really. If you want to make some contact and you want to get some deals going, the only reason we're here trying to discuss anything or teach anything is to get you to the point where you go, hey, Tessie, come on out here, let's go talk about this deal I got going, and work with people. So if you get to the point where, you are meeting somebody here, something looks like it's starting to click, I go out on the patio and forget the rest of the meeting. You might learn more out there over a glass of wine, wheeling and dealing, than you will in here, okay? Because you can always go back and watch the videos. You're here to meet somebody, to be able to ask questions, to be able to network, so you can go do it. Go out on the patio, a great place to be, work with people, network, and ask questions to the speakers that are here, because that's very important. You can't do that at home watching video. Right? So I'll go through and I'll talk a little bit about rent-ready properties, some other things, and then we're going to have a quick break if we can stay on the schedule, because we've really got a schedule tonight with a lot of people here as far as speakers and vendors. Linda August is here. She's going to be speaking a little bit. We've got Brandon was supposed to be here, missing in action. Okay, where's the big red line on that one? Not coming back. And then we've got Dean back here, okay? So, and then we've got John Whitney who's going to be speaking at the end of the evening about these far infrared heating panels. Can you imagine? You don't have it plugged in.
That's this one.
That one is, okay? You can actually touch these things, not like a heating coil, but I wouldn't leave my hand on there very long because it is hot. Okay, and this is going to be some interesting stuff he's got for you. Sensei Gilliam is here, and he is going to be our main speaker for the evening. He's got a lot of great information he's going to be covering, as you can see here, from 7 to 8:30. And then from 8:30 to 9, we'll have John. So you can see we got a lot, and we're going to try to do a little break in between some of this so you can go back for more food, more wine, while we're setting the next speaker up. Okay? So, let's do a quick little thing on the rent-ready property. So I'm going to start into my spiel. I've got, what I do, my main focus is what I call 20K rent-ready properties, and those can be, that's the full price. That's not a down payment. You don't have to have good credit, you just have to have some cash. And we both go down on the deed together as 50-50 partners. And then as the rent comes in, I split that with the investor. And when we sell it, then we split the profit, okay? All the details about that are on a flyer back there that also can be found at this website link. And my wife is back here, Maria. And so she's got some information back there that she can give you on that. I wanted to tell you about this. Is anybody in here rehabbing? We got some rehabbers, okay? Has anybody in here seen some of this new flooring from Home Depot, which is the vinyl plank flooring? Have you seen that? How do you feel about that?
Love it.
My property, they usually go with laminate.
The laminate is beautiful.
Cheaper.
The laminate is cheaper than the vinyl plank?
Yeah.
Really?
How much is it per square foot?
I think this was about $1.80.
Well, my Home Depot has their specials, you can get it at 40 cents square foot.
Okay, Heather is the person you should be talking to. Heather, I'm trying to get Paul Prims. You know Paul?
No.
Okay, so
I'm
he's.
from Ohio.
Oh,
Ohio. I'm actually from an area where you have one of your properties.
good. Okay, perfect. In fact, that's actually Memphis, but
You have one in Cleveland.
I have one in Cleveland, and I think this was the person you were talking to. Okay, she needs to sell her house in Ohio. So if you can help her out, that would be wonderful. This is the networking that we can do here, okay? So Heather has got a good sense of the flooring, and the reason I mention this is because when you put carpet into a rental property, it takes about a year or two, and the people who say, oh, I don't have a cat, I don't have a dog, probably have 5 or 6 of them, and you know what the place smells like in about 3 months. And it goes right through the carpet, right into the wood, and you've got to rip everything out, replace it. So the vinyl laminated is very good, and also I think that this vinyl plank is really good.
And if
So-
you do a polyurethane coat, it'll seal it. It doesn't matter what your tenants drop or what kind of animal they have in there, it's protected. So,
And will last.
all care trim, polyurethane and coated.
And no, that's good. And about how long do you think that floor might last?
You know, every time a tenant moves out, you can do light sanding
Okay.
and polyurethane again, just like a wood block.
Really?
Yeah.
So probably 5 years, maybe 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have a tenant that's living in there and you want to give them some kind of special order at Christmas time, you can knock on the door and say, hey, how are you doing? Do you want me to refinish your floor? And all it is a labor cost. You know, to get in there and do it, tell them to move out their furniture, and you'll spruce it up for them. Usually, sometimes they offer a new coat of paint, which is, you know, cost me only $50, but they really appreciate it. So.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that's some great news because if you're rehabbing properties, the last thing you want to do is put carpet in there. Not to mention the carpet's unhealthy. All the stuff that collects the carpets and stinks and, you know. So, and if you are you can become a member of the National REIA. To be a member of the National REIA, you have to be a member of some REIA, okay? And you can get a discount through Home Depot and a lot of other places, and you can get to that link right off of our website. So that's something that you should consider as well, okay? Again, any of this information, you can go to the back there, talk to Maria at break time, anytime, whatever, and she can give you handouts, more information about some of this. One of the other links we have at the very bottom of the Santa Barbara website that I showed you earlier is a link back to the tenant screening. So this is a way to go through and screen tenants to find out, do you really want them in your house or not? I screened some tenants the other day, and the lady came back, great, she was wonderful. The guy came back, and he had records, you know, I mean, this guy wasn't old enough to be in jail and have this much on his record. I just looked at this and I went, it's impossible. And so I talked to one of the property managers and contractors I have back in Indiana, and he said, yeah, that's the same thing I'm seeing on my side. It's all this stuff, you know, jail, car theft, you know, forgery. And of course, when I called the guy back, he said, well, it was my brother. He did it all, and he blamed it all on me. And I thought, that's a good one. I said, yeah. Don't you love having brothers? You know, who else could you blame it on so easy, right? So this is a good service to be able to also go back and do collections on. If the people do trash the place, you know, you can have the company go back and do collections and, you know, let somebody else follow them around for the next 5 or 6 years while you get back to doing what you do, okay? So that, you get a discount through this company off of our website. So, we are, let's see. Okay, let me just back up here a little bit. It looks like